Hello people, this is Bravo, and today I'm going to be comparing Forza Horizon 5 versus The Crew 2. Now, the reason why I'm not comparing Forza Horizon 5 against The Crew Motorfest is because I'm simply waiting for the game to go down in price. So, I got 10 things that I am comparing the two. Let's get started. Alright, now the first thing we got is Forza has more customizations than The Crew 2. However, in the Crew 2, you're able to customize headlights, and you can also put like underglow on your car, like in Need for Speed. Now, this is something that I've been wanting in a game for a while, and I think it's pretty cool that the Crew has that. Um, Horizon 5 would definitely be like the perfect racing game if you were able to like even like if you could just tint your headlights, not even like color them, but at least you could like make them black like the window tint. That would be awesome. Also, they have window tint in the Crew too, but you can't color the tint. So there you go. So what a trade-off. All right, now the second thing I got is that Forza Horizon 5 has more cars, but the Crew 2 has some crazy ass special editions. Like, man, when I looked through the list of the Crew 2 cars, I was like, man, look at all these special editions. It's like literally like, I shit you not, every single car in the game has a special edition. Like, my favorite one would probably be the 69 Charger. It's like it's like a regular black 69 Charger, but like it has this like these red accents on it. That shit is crazy. And like there's also like a Bugatti Veyron that has like it's like black with blue accents. It's just very interesting. And I'm assuming that they have better performance than the base model. And if they don't, still, they just look super duper cool. All right, so next one I got is Forza has better physics, but the Crew 2 has nitro. And when I tell you that Forza has better physics, it is ridiculous. Like, oh my god, like I really do enjoy the Crew. I've been playing it for the past week, and I really do enjoy it. But those physics, man, they gotta go. I hope in Motorfest they ain't like that. People were saying that they got the same physics in Motorfest. If that's true, whatever. But I mean, hey, at least the actual gameplay itself is fun. There's like a lot more modes to do in I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm just not playing the Crew 2, but it feels a bit more innovative than Forza, I will say that. But yeah, them physics, especially drift races, bro. Like I played the Crew 2 earlier today, and I was like, bro, I'm not doing a single drift race today because hell no. The drift race physics suck. But the physics just in general, they just really really bad. But I'm pretty sure the more I play it, the more I'll get used to it. And plus, I do enjoy challenges when I do races. So I mean, I can't really complain too much about it. But I would appreciate it if like the physics feel like Need for Speed Heat. If you ever played Need for Speed Heat, and I heard that in Unbound they got rid of them shits. But hey, look, man, I haven't heard any complaints about Motorfest except that it just costs too much. But yeah. All right, so this next one is quite a big one, and that's the Crew 2 has a bigger map. Bruh. The Crew 2's map is the entire USA. Now, obviously, when you have a game that's like that, where it takes place in the entire USA, like we had Need for Speed The Run, also took place the entire USA. But obviously they didn't. They only had like major cities, and of course, that's the thing with the Crew 2 as well. But the difference between Need for Speed The Run and the Crew 2 is that the Crew 2 is open world. Like I know they have multiplayer on Need for Speed The Run, but like multiplayer is just more advanced today, obviously. So, yes, I am very happy that I finally have a game that takes place in all 50 states and that it's open world. Forza Horizon 5 just takes place in Mexico, but obviously, since it only takes place in Mexico, they cover more cities. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, now this one is just a me problem, and that's the fact that there is no first gen NSX and the Crew 2. Now, I saw the Crew Motorfest trailer, and like the first car I seen on the trailer was the first gen NSX. So hey, awesome. But yeah, that kind of does irritate me. That like while I'm not able to be on Game Pass for like a week, I can't even drive the first gen NSX in the Crew 2. So whatever. All right. So next one I got is that the Crew 2 has more than just cars. Now, this is something that like no other racing game does. If anything, they'll do cars and bikes like Midnight Club. But nah, the Crew 2 has cars, bikes, boats, planes, helicopters, and hovercrafts. That shit is wild. And all you gotta do is right click, and then boom, you go to like your last selected boat, and then right click again, boom, you're in an airplane. Like, what? That is some wild shit right there. And I am so happy that like you can finally be like hella innovative in a game, because that's like type of shit you don't think about. Like, you don't play a racing game and be like, bro, I want to fly a plane now. Like, hell no, you're racing. But look, that is so cool that they did that. All right, now this next one is a really interesting one, and that's the fact that okay, so I've never made a livery in the Crew 2 yet, but from like just picking like the ones that other people made, they looked so lackluster. So I'm assuming that making liveries on the Crew 2 is not easy, or the people on them, on the who play the Crew 2 just suck at making liveries. But like the liveries on Forza Horizon 5 just look so much better. All right, now this one's a pretty interesting one, and that's the fact that the Crew 2 has multiple cop cars. Now, Horizon 5, like, well, if we're being like for real, technically Horizon 5 has more cop cars, but here's the thing. Horizon 5 has a customization where you can put cop lights on top of your car, and I like what they did with that because especially in Horizon 4 where like the cop cars are like different. I'm pretty sure in Mexico the cop cars aren't like, Crown Vics. Like I know like in like Europe, the UK, the Crown Vics, the cop cars are like Mercedes A classes and shit like that. I think I really don't know cuz I have a few European friends, and but I think they're Mercedes A classes. If not, I know that they're Benzes for real, like them slow Benzes. I don't know why they chose the slow shits. Because out in the U.S. we have like Hellcats and shit as cop cars. But yeah, the Crew 2 has a lot of like official cop cars where it says like Pursuit, wherever the hell cop car nicknames they have. Like Interceptor. Like they actually have like official cop cars on like that Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit type shit. Where in Forza they just have a customization where you can put car lights on your car, and you have to go to the customization shit and find a cop livery. Then you have to go to the menu and put the cop horn on, which in the Crew 2 you can just go to the store and buy a cop car. All right. Now this one right here is a big one. And that's the fact that Forza has more wheels, right? They update their wheels. But the Crew 2 has multiple factory wheels. And I think that is once again with the boats and the planes, that is just such an innovative touch. Like I would never even think about doing that. Like I'm 23 and I always just thought like cars have only one stock wheel, and it's like yeah, technically they do. But like I remember I was customizing the Audi S5, and I was like, okay, well let's find some wheels. And then I saw like other Audi wheels, and I'm like, wait a minute, these wheels go on other Audis, but like it kind of fits the S5 as well. So yeah, I think that's a really cool touch. All right, and now we move on to a very controversial one. Well, possibly, and that's the fact that the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest are cheaper. Now, Forza Horizon 5 has been steady at $80 since 2021, late 21 when it came out. It's been stuck at $80 since. The Crew Motorfest came out last year, and MSRP was like I think 60 or 70, And if you're lucky, you can probably find it for like 30, but for the most part, I still haven't found a copy of Motorfest that cheap yet. And The Crew 2, that game came out like 6 years ago, so you can get that shit for like $10, $15 for a game that huge. So, yeah, that's 10 things that you can compare with The Crew 2 and Horizon 5. I think both of the games are goated as fuck. Uh Obviously they're not my favorites. Need for Speed Carbon will always be my favorite racing game of all time. But if we're talking about in 2024, The Crew 2 and Horizon 5 are easily two of the best racing games you can play. There is like literally no debate. If you're watching this video, you 100% agree with me. Of course, unless you have Motorfest, then obviously you can replace that with The Crew 2. Or shit, I mean, plenty of people I know, they play both. But yeah, that's gonna be it, and God bless.